Hello everyone, how are you? Um, I'm hopping on to talk about live food and dead food. Some people don't understand what I mean by dead food. So I'm going to get on. I was going to have visuals, but I'm not going to do that. And by the way, I colored my hair on Saturday, so hopefully you like it. If not, I'm sorry, but I love it. I really wanted it to be like the burnt brown color, like the fall trees, but they didn't have that color where I went, and I just got what I liked. So, and this is cute. So, anyway, I'm going to get on today about food and your food choices. You change your diet to raw foods, nuts, and anything of God's food, which, these books are really great and they can help you find God's food. This book tells you what the benefits of the food are, why it's good for you. I mean, these books literally break down everything, and there's so much information. And they're only $37. I will put the link in the description when I'm done. And again, I love this book too. I haven't got to read this one yet. I just got this book last month, and I haven't able to get down and actually sit down and read it. But when I say God's food, this is the God's food I mean. Not the food that's in the stores. Not the food that we've been programmed to eat and that it's so good. No, God's food has everything that we need. Minerals, proteins, magnesium, folic acid, antioxidants, everything of God's food that is grown in the ground that you pick. If you literally, the fresher it is, the better it is for your body. But I'm realizing the more I read dandelions and pine needles and berries, anything, mushrooms, that God already grows that is free for everyone, and there is enough for everyone. You just got to stop being lazy. Plantain is super good. Plantain, I know I don't have it marked. Just give me a second. But plantain is a plant that grows everywhere, and it has those long seeds, and you pick those and you grow that, and you can eat that as lettuce, and it is so good for the body. Raw honey is good for the body. Plantain. Give me a second. 119. Sadly, my book doesn't actually coincide with the back. I have noticed. So, I don't know where exactly it is. Give me a second. I think it goes in. Anyway, the herbs, rosemary, mint, thyme, all of the things that we are taught that is herbs that we put in our food. If we make teas out of that, it's better for you. I want to read what plantain is good for you. Like I said, but I noticed that my content where it says where things are, it doesn't align with the actual page. I apologize. I probably should have looked this stuff up first and then get it, and I usually try to do stuff like that. Chaga, okay, this stuff. This happens when lightning hits an aspen tree, and it is super good for anybody who has cancer. You harness that little, it's a scab is what it is, from the tree. You harness that, you boil it and make it into a tea. You can crush it up. I mean, everything is in this book what you need to do. Everything. It tells you how to make it into a tincture. It tells you what to do with it, how to utilize it. The lady who put this book together, Nicole Applin, and her and Claude Davis created this book. She's the doctor in sciences behind the book. She understands, and she has a whole story. If you go and find the book, you'll find her video, and she goes into the book. She was sick, very, very, very sick, and she could barely walk. She could barely do anything. She met this guy. He helped her, and then she wanted to know why it worked. So she's done the science behind it. And it works because it's God's food, and this is what He wanted us for us to eat. We are made from earth. You are literally a human body walking, but you need what's on the earth. You don't need tacos. You don't need McDonald's. You don't need Hardee's. You don't need Fazoli's. You don't need these restaurants. You need God's food. It is better for you to eat God's food to nourish your body and help it, give it what it needs. Your body aches and you can't move, you can't do anything, you don't have any mood, you have foggy brain and all that stuff because you're not eating the foods that your body needs. And what my body needs may not be what your body needs, so you have to figure it out what your body needs. And the best way to do it is to go back to your roots. Find out where you're from and start eating those plants from that region to help your body. You know, I've been, when I see dandelions, I go out and pick them. And you make sure, that's another thing. Don't pick plants that you know are been treated with any kind of chemicals, with any kind of, the best part is where they're not near the road. They're away from any kind of society. It's best to get those plant-baseds because they're not toxic, because they're not getting the runoff of the oils or the gas or farmer's poison, all that Roundup. I don't know all that stuff, but I'm just telling you that the further it is in the forest, the better it's going to be for you. And also GMOs. People think GMOs are great for them, and just because they don't have any reactions, they are having reactions. They're just not realizing they're having reactions. GMO is a genetically modified organism where they have they spliced the seed, they took out part of the DNA and they stuck something else into it. And those grapes that taste like cotton candy are there's something else, another kind of thing. Anything that tastes like something that it shouldn't, you should not be eating because your body cannot handle that organism that they put in there. Your body doesn't recognize, and it's making a mess in your body. It's rampant. It doesn't belong there, and your body knows it doesn't belong there, but it doesn't know how to do anything with it because they spliced it to fit other organisms, and it's making that organism sick. Like, I'm not a scientist. I don't have all the language that they have, and they'll convince you. That's why they are so convincing to you that everything that you eat is not hurting your body. It's something in the environment. Bullshit. And you have to understand what you put in your mouth hurts you or helps you. Also, I learned in school, my massage school, if you can't eat it, don't put it on your body. There are so many different toxic lotions, toxic shampoos, toxic bars of soap, toxic deodorant, toxic face creams, toxic lipstick, toxic makeup. That shit is making you sick because they put lead in it, they put metals in it, they put shit that shouldn't be on your body. If it lasts on your face, you don't need it on your face. If you can't be pretty without makeup, find another way, find another source. I don't know, but I'm sorry that is not the way to go. But my whole heart believes this woman and her hard work, you will not be disappointed in reading this. Like I said, the other book tells you how to make tinctures. I don't know if this one does. I don't know if she's broken down how to make tinctures and lotions, but I give all the stuff that I'm doing. I'm going to be using these books. I want all natural products when I start making products. I make some now, and I've told you about the flax seeds. I use a coconut oil for a lot of my lotions and my skincare. I also use it for my teeth. Make sure it's organic and cold pressed. You don't want it going through heat at all. Oh, look. This is plantain, and I turned right to it in this book, and I didn't even look at it. This is plantain, and it grows everywhere, and there is so many benefits to it. It's edible leaves, seeds. The seeds you can even eat. I didn't know that, but I've been taking the seeds and putting them in my planter box because I want to start using that as a salad because it has so many good benefits. How to harvest and eat. You just grab the leaf. I always take off the stem, and you can just eat it like a spinach, or you can make a pesto. Like I said, you want to keep it in its raw form. So remember, the more you cook something, the more you take out the benefits of it. So keep it in raw form. But she's got so many things in here, like the key medical uses. The plant uses antioxidants and anti-inflammatory and antibiotic, analgesic properties, often used as a drawing plant for bites, stings, rashes, and leaky gut. So this will heal people with leaky guts. This is really good. But I also used it on my friend who had a really bad wound. She had an ulcer. If you're in the medical field, ulcer is just a bad wound that's open, and we put the leaf over the top to help oxygenate it and help regenerate the tissue. And she had to go to a specialist because we were messing with it for almost 2 years, and the specialist wanted to burn her artery around the wound so it would make the capillaries be more active and fix it. And I was like, no, we are not doing that. That is stupid. That man is fucking brain dead. He doesn't even deserve his license to think that that would be okay. You need your arteries, you need your capillaries. Those are all blood vessels in the area of a wound, and you need those to help regenerate tissue. You need it to help provide oxygen. And like I said, I don't know all the science. I've been in healthcare for 26 years, but I haven't been on that side of it. And I know they're brainwashed anyway. Anyone who thinks taking an artery, a made blood vessel, like provides the blood source. Capillaries are great, but they're not as great as your artery. Anyone who thought that that was a good idea to burn it, no, 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 no. Goddamn no. And anyway, we have been healing that wound with that little plant, and it was amazing. Like, it's really healed it, and the tissue around it is looking good. But gooseberries, which I really want this plant, that is one of my favorite berries. I used to eat these all the time when I was a kid. My grandmother had one. And the benefits of it, gooseberries are high in vitamin C and rich in antioxidants. And I used to eat those all the times with strawberries. But this is the new book. Like, she goes through everything that you can eat. A lot of people don't understand that most of your flowers you can eat. Let me find one that would probably surprise you. Sorry, gotta give me a moment. I want something that everybody knows. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, marigolds. If you know what these little yellow flowers are, marigolds you can eat. And how to harvest and eat. All parts must be cooked. Leaves can be harvested in early spring, end of summer. Once the flower finishes young 2 to 3 inches, leaves are best. Flower buds can be picked in May, midsummer, and used like capers. Roots can be dug in fall. These are used for medicine rather than food. All parts need to be boiled with 2 to 3. Wait a minute. I hate when. Okay, yeah. 2 to 3 changes of fresh water for 10 to 15 minutes each before eating. Leaves make a succulent cooked green. So it's like greens, like spinach or turnip greens. So, like I said, she puts all the information in here for you, and I recommend this for everybody because you should know your environment. You should know what it's used for, why it's used for, and how to eat it, and how to harvest it, when it's best to harvest it. You know, it's very easy to read. And like I said, everything is, I don't know if you can see it, but everything's broken down like in sections. What the plant is, what it's good for, how to eat it, or how to prepare it. And it tells you the nutritional value. This book, she knew what she was doing. She's trying to help everyone. She's trying to get it in everybody's hands. It's only $37. It's a thick book, and she's worked really hard on it. And I highly recommend it. Like, don't waste your time. I mean, hopefully I can find the site to help you order it. But we have to understand there is enough food for everyone. This scare factor, oh my God, if the world ends tomorrow, what is everybody going to do? Yeah, get out of the mindset of going to a goddamn grocery store, for one. Two, stop catering to these restaurants. Well, they're not going to be here anyway once the world goes to a stop, which, thank God, they should have never been populated anyway. Fast food should have just stayed as a luxury, not a necessity. People should be teaching their kids how to cook. I mean, that's a necessity skill. Cooking. And you don't even have to cook this stuff. Most of it you can just grab and eat. So teach your children how to eat well. They'll stay well and they'll feel well. I mean, common sense, people. Go back to God's land. We are God's children. We are meant to eat what God provided us. And it is free. It is out there. And it's all over the world. Even our dirt is healthier than the fast food. And trust me, I like food. That's why I'm fat. But I do my best to eat more of God's food, which I've been eating bananas, carrots, and vegetables. And I'm thinking those don't agree with my body. So that's why I wanted to get these books so I can find more of God's food. The plantain is everywhere. I want to get more knowledge to know what I need to go out and find the seeds for so I can start growing it. But even if I just eat the plantain, it's better than anything. There's also another little plant that I grow out there, my grandbaby loves, and I can tell you what that is in just a second. It's got a little clover on it, but it's not clover. Gotta give me a moment because it's something I used to eat when I was a kid. My dad taught me it. I never knew the name of it, so I took a picture of it. And you can take a picture with your phone and find out what something is. And if it's good for you, it will tell you. You just find out what it is first and then put in whatever that plant is and ask what's the best benefits of this plant. And then it will populate what it is and what's good about it, or if it's not good for you to eat. And I have pronunciation problems, so that's another reason why this is hard for me to be a teacher about, because I can't pronounce half of the stuff that I need to be able to pronounce. The terminology is hard for me. I mean, I struggled in nursing classes, and I was thankful that I didn't continue on to that school because everything in the medical field is in what is it called? Greek terminology. It's not English. They don't translate it. It has to stay in it because you can't translate it. But some of them I can say, some of them I can't, and I really struggle. Okay, here it is, I think. Maybe. I'm getting closer. Sorry. But I need people to understand the fresher the food is, the better it is for you. When you pick it off the ground, off a tree, whatever, I never washed my food and I am fine. I'm not dead. I always ate directly from the tree. Okay, it's called creeping wood sorrel. And it's got like a little bit of bitter taste. But I grow that in my planter box out there. There it goes. I love that plant. It tastes good. It's nice to munch on. And I've always ate it ever since I was a kid. It was always good. My dad taught me about it. He also loved rhubarb, which that is not my favorite. I don't know about now. It looks like a red celery, but it tastes really funky. Most people like to make it into a pie. You know, we have to get back to where we are literally living from God's world, like the land. The land is so much better than what the fast foods are. That is all dead food. All dead. Anything that is in those restaurants is dead. Anything that is in a package is dead. Anything in a package, anything that has a shelf life longer than your life is not good for you. It is all playing havoc in your body and causing arthritis, causing disease, causing you to feel depressed, causing you to feel anxious, causing you to be having anxiety, causing stomach problems, causing depression, all of it. You have to understand me. Like, literally, it is the source of all diseases. Dead food is the source of all diseases. And don't believe those little ingredients back in the back. I don't care what it says, it's not good for you. There is zero nutrition value in chips. There's zero nutrition value in cereal. There's zero nutrition value in cookies, in ice cream, in what else is that favorite stuff? You like cookies and chips and okay. If you like crunchy stuff, then start chewing on walnuts and walnuts, cashews, almonds, peanuts, all the sunflower seeds. Those things are what you need to go to for your crunchiness. Or I'm trying to think. You really don't want to hydrate anything. Sun dry, yeah, you can dehydrate from the sun, and I don't know how that works. I do believe that's what the Amish do. They have this big old box and they hang their stuff in there and they hydrate it that way. I do recommend that because the sun is a natural source of hydration, or whatever it's called. I don't know. I want to learn that from them as well when I have my own land. That will be I want to travel first and learn all the more different techniques to help the body, different avenues of how to live off the land. So I will be traveling a lot and I want to learn a lot. I'm in that mindset that I will never stop learning and I will never stop helping people. And that's what we're on earth to do. We're here to serve one another. We're here to love one another. We're here to help one another. We can't have a closed mind. I have to look at you like you're my brother and sister, and you have to look at me like I'm your sister. We have to look at your children as they're our children and love them and be there for them and help them and teach them. If we don't teach this next generation about the land and how important it is and how vital it is to their body, there isn't going to be an us. There will just be a land. Who's going to live on the land? Just the animals? What about us? We need to know ourselves well enough. We have to have that live water source to literally cleanse us and heal us. And, everything plays a factor to the oxygens, the water, our food source. Those are three things that they are necessities in to maintain life. And we need to take care of them and learn the essence of them and what they do for the body. I tell people all the time, your brain is 85% water. Your body is 70%. And when you don't give it water, you're starving it. You're dehydrating it. Just because a fluid is not a fluid. You need water daily, every day. At least, I don't know, everybody's body type is different. But the more you give your body fluid, the best. And I notice animals don't drink a lot of water, which I'm assuming if they didn't need a lot of water, we don't need a lot of water. Our fruits, just one grape provides water. And we're supposed to live off that. That is what our bodies harness the water from. That harnesses the minerals and the vitamins and whatever we need. That nothing goes to waste. It isn't sustainable, but if you have a mindset, you only need one meal a day. One. You do not need three. You do not need 3 meals a day. You only need one. And when you eat the right thing, you're fine. And God already portioned it out for you. You don't, an apple, you just eat an apple. A banana, you just eat that banana. Grapes, I'm a little concerned. I was taught 1 cup a day, and that's just, a cup is your palm. Sorry, a cup is a palm. So you have a palm full of grapes, and you're good. Just like an avocado, that is so nutritious, especially, and the reason there's a seed in the middle is because that means it's good for birthing. A woman that's going to have a baby needs to be eating avocados. And don't throw that seed away. You can take that seed and grate it with a cheese grater, and you can sprinkle that over your salads or over your favorite dish of some sort. I don't know. I love salads. I love peppers and everything, and it has a nutty taste. Everything that is edible, we shouldn't be wasting. There's so many things out there to make things with, and there's so many different cookbooks to utilize to help you. Like, I have a cookbook over there that has 100 ways to make salads, and I love salads, so I'm always making a different way and trying to make it better so it doesn't seem like I'm always just having a salad. I love, and I still love meat. I hate that I love meat, but I do love meat. And truthfully, we shouldn't be cooking our meat. We should be eating it raw, because that is where you get the nutrition from. They have brainwashed you thinking, oh, you'll get salmonella. No, you don't. You get salmonella from them poisoning you. They've done something. I don't know how they did it, and I don't know how to explain it to you, but they've done something to the meat that made you sick, and now they're trying to blame that's because you ate it because it was raw. No, that is no. The FDC, the all the food professionals are just evil, and it's so sad. And I don't know how to make you understand that your doctors aren't good for you, your dentists aren't good for you, and the vets aren't good for you. They are all brainwashed. Unless you hear holistic in there, a holistic vet, a holistic doctor, or a holistic dentist, they are evil. And I think even the people who have the holistic, they are evil because they want to charge an arm and a leg for the services that you need to help them. I mean, they charge you between $500 to $1,000 to get the services that you need. And that is evil. And I'm happy there's a special kind of place for them when they cross over. And they have to pay for the shit that they've done to everybody. I'm really emotional today, and I'm trying to hold myself together because, I try to teach people to eat well. I try to teach them to not lean on their doctors, to not trust them, to do their own research, because the dentists, the doctors, and the vets all are so brainwashed to think that the care that they're providing is helping you. It is not. It's not helping your pet either. Your flesh is your largest organism, and you should not be taking and sticking anything into it that your body wasn't introduced to. And then brainwash saying, oh, we're introducing your body into so you'll make antibodies. And so if you get exposed to this, your body will know how to take it. Your body already knows how to take care of it. It doesn't need to be introduced to it. Your body was created the most beautiful mechanism of this world. Like, you are already perfectly created. You don't need to introduce it to any outsource environment that isn't. The reason why you have nose hairs is that's one protective barrier. It helps prevent anything getting in. Eyelashes are the same thing. The little bitty hairs on your face, they are help to prevent any organisms that are not meant to be in your body to not get in. But no, you voluntarily go get a shot and say, oh, go ahead and introduce it to me. And then your arm's sore because they didn't even inject you correctly, because they're supposed to hold you this and then keep holding that, inject it, then release, and then release. But they never do that. They do this, they inject, they release, and then pull out. Such idiots. But anyway, I'm not trying to get into that. I want people to understand our medical is very crooked. There is no cures. There is no money in cures. There is no money in cures. And these foods are what makes your body healthy. These foods are what your body is asking for. It wants the nutritious value that's in those foods. And the more you pick it and eat from exactly that moment is when it's best. Spring water is what's best for our body as well. Moving water is best water. It's still alive. It's not tainted. It isn't. Well, it's tainted in our areas because of boats and planes and aircrafts and everything in the water. They lose their oil, or they dump medical, pharmaceutical drugs in there. Got cleaning supplies that they put in our sewages and things. Our water that comes out of our spout is tainted. I drink out mine, but I don't want to buy bottled water anymore. So I have a water machine, but it really doesn't. It oxygenates the water. It doesn't cleanse the water. But there's nothing out there that actually does clean the water. From all my research, there's people who state it does, but it really doesn't, because the microorganisms that they have got in our waters is too tiny for a filter to filter out. If you want clean water, you have to distill the water, and then that makes the water dead. So the only way you can make distilled water live is either putting fruit in there or vegetables in there. But to me, I'd rather have a water source than no water source, so I drink it. And I have lemonade in here and blueberries today. So I have my antioxidants, and I do ginger, cinnamon, and turmeric. I mix it together, and I put a little bit. I just sprinkle over my water every morning. I sprinkle it over everything I drink. But cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric, and now I have diatomaceous earth and activated charcoal in my same container. I just took 1 tablespoon of each and put it in a small container. You can put it in this, but I have just a small container that you can spit off. And then I take a little bitty 1/4 teaspoon, and I dip that in there, and I just tap it. I don't dump that 1/4 in there. I just tap it, and then I put it back. But the ginger helps keep mucus moving. Turmeric is a natural antibiotic. Cinnamon keeps circulation well. Activated charcoal draws out negative ions that are in the body that are not meant to be in there. And since a lot of our waters and our foods are toxic, I want that out of there. And it pulls it out. And the diatomaceous earth helps with it helps with this bounciness. You want that, because you don't want it all. And it helps with your hair. It helps with nails. I'm always trimming my nails, but because I can't have nails because I do a massage. I miss my nails, I'm not going to lie, but it's just a thing. But anyway, it helps regenerate the body. It helps keep, and the diatomaceous earth also helps bones and keeps them strong, and it just keeps the joints moving well and stronger. And when you eat well, your body gets the nutrients that it needs. It heals faster. So and the turmeric, if you're around somebody who's coughing or sneezing or sick, it helps provide the body with what it needs. And you have a thalamus right here, that it's your hormone. It releases hormones. And if you see somebody sick, if you tap it twice, that wakes it up. And then if you tap it 3 more times, it will send out little soldiers to help fight off anything. So that's what the Japanese do. They teach all of the children that are in that if you're sick, tap it. It wakes it up. Tap it 3 more times. It will release the T cells to help fight off any infections or any so-called diseases or viruses, whatever. So that I learned in school. I have so much information up here that sometimes you don't know what to pull out sometimes. I have so much. And then people look at me like, why do you know that? Because I read all the time. I love reading. Like, I really wish I had time to read this book because I know it's full of information that I really want to read. But I think I'm going to try to do that this weekend. I'll take some time out and read the book. But even alfalfa. Oh, wow. Alfalfa. Edible leaves, shoots, and sprouts. And this is alfalfa. Can you see that alfalfa? You can eat that. I do believe that's what horses are not supposed to eat, but I'm not sure. I don't know that much about it. But there's so many things that we all need to know, and these books will help give you the education that you need to know. These are my reference books when I want to know something. I also have another medical book over there. It's way over there. And it tells you different things you should eat and not eat and what vitamins you need for this disease that you're having. I have other videos about that one. It's in my thing. If you want to know more, just go through my videos. If you want to know more, reach out to me. I always, I'll put my email in there. I always check my email every day. If you have questions or you need guidance, I will go through the books for you and I will give you the information. I'm not that a bad person. So if you are going through something and your doctor can't figure it out, please reach out to me. I don't mind doing the research and helping you. But again, the books are only $37. The other book, that medical book, is way more expensive. I have to look that one up. When I went to school, it was like $500. So that one was a little deeper. I know maybe it was 300. My anatomy book was 500. Okay, my anatomy books was 500. But the other book I think was like 300. So that one I can also go through and look through it because it literally will tell you what vitamins you need to add, and I can tell you what foods you should add to have those vitamins. But please don't be a stranger. Look me up, and again, you can email me. Like I said, I'll put my email in the description underneath the video. Like I always write stuff down there and try to help give you more guidance and a little more information. I'll put the links to these to buy in the description, and I will also, if I can find the description or I know it's on Amazon, but I can't remember the price right now. I know I found it for somebody and I shared it to them, but I don't remember the price, so I will get that book and also put it in the description as well. But it's a medical book that literally a doctor wrote who knows that the medical corruption is just horrible. And I think there was like 3 doctors on that book that actually... Let me go get the book. Hang on. This is the book I'm talking about. And that N means natural medicine doctor. The other one is a medicine doctor. And the other is a natural... I don't remember what that one is. Maybe it's just a natural doctor. I'm not really sure. But this one was a lot more expensive, and I don't know what it is. And as you can see, this is my reference book for just about everybody. And you tell me your symptoms or what you've been diagnosed with, and I look it up, and then I tell you what you need to do. Like, let me see. This one is for... I don't want to do that one. Well, it says for hearing loss. And it gives you recommendation on your diet and what you should do, foods to avoid. Tells you what prescriptions to help hearing loss, which is ginkgo biloba, magnesium, vitamin B12, folate, vitamin E, cayenne, the capsules, and then garlic. But I mean, it will go in through a bunch of everything. Like, I'm not going to read all of this stuff for you, but it just tells you what to do, what to add to your daily diet. Like I said, those are the vitamins, and then you can literally look up foods that will have this stuff in it and then start adding those foods to your daily diet. I'm not sure what the heck you do for ginkgo biloba, but they do have essential oils for that or pills for that, so you can do that. Like I said, this book is super thick. It's got so much information in it, and I turn to it for a lot of things. It also has pressure points in there that I can work with, which I have done for people. But these are my 3 books that I go to when I don't know the answer and I need to know the answer. But if I need to know it quickly, I try Google first. If it doesn't resonate with me, I don't usually share it. But there are a lot of nutritional people who are out there who are doing the work and posting it, and they are doing creditable jobs. But remember, if you do that, if you do your own research, always find 3 creditable resources that have the same information, that agree, and still you're still going further. You don't just find those 3 and then think, oh, I can do that. No, find other resources. I always try to go to 6, but I love these books, and they've already done the work for me. I just got to grab the book, and sometimes you're diagnosed with something else, so then I just got to go by your symptoms. So then I look up the symptoms and see what they say and what they recommend. Like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a registered nurse. I used to be a CNA. I'm not anymore. Truthfully, I let my license, my certification expire when I was in massage school. And I just want you to know that there are other avenues, and you should do your own research. You should never outsource your issues. You should always insource it and also do your own research. There are so many materials out there. You can go to the library for free and look up material to issues of your issues and see what other people have done. The information is out there. You just have to go out and look for it. I thank you for watching. I didn't want to really make this really long because I know how some people don't really want to watch a lengthy video. I just want you to know, you change your food source, you change your life. You can't live on junk food and think your body's going to be okay. It does not, because it does not have any nutrients of value for your body. You need to give it natural things. That's why I tell people, stop using table sugar, that white bleach shit. Stop using it. Either use honey or find the raw sugar cane, because that still has the nutrients in it. It's going to help you and give you what it needs. That's where everything went to shit when they started bleaching the sugar. They started taking all the nutrients out of it. You need that nutrients in that sugar to help you. It works better with our bodies. I use honey a lot, but I still use the raw sugar cane to make my baked goods, like my cookies, my pies, my muffins. I love lemonade, and sometimes I don't want to use my honey, so I use my sugar cane in my lemonade. I make something else. Oh, French toast also, because you got to put a little bit of honey or sugar in there. And I haven't tried it with honey. I'm sure it would be fine, but I just use the sugar and the powdered sugar on top. But anyway, I just want to share that with you, and thank you guys for your time. I thank you for sharing me and following me, and I love you all. Have a good night. I'm going to go to bed, so sweet dreams, and don't let the bed bug bite.